This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon, everyone. The second season begins in earnest today. I'm Harold Mullins along with Harold Bashir. And this afternoon, what has been a shortened high school basketball season begins the second season, Harold, and no one knows this 54th district better than you do. Give me a kind of a quick rundown on this thing.
Well, you got on the girls' side, Leslie's obviously the 1 seed. They're playing Buckhorn, the 4 seed. But 2 years ago on this very court, we saw a much bigger upset as Buckhorn knocked off Leslie. Game 2, you're going to have girls action. Perry Central's the 2, Hazard's the 3. Hazard lost Haley Cottle 11 games ago. Obviously, they're not the same. They're going to struggle with Perry's pressure defense today. But if they can get the ball to Harris in the paint, that's their one shining chance. Then in boys action, what can you say about the 54th district? It's always a key to the regional tournament. You'll have Cross-Hoskins rivalry in Buckhorn and Perry. Both teams underachieved a little this year. Perry playing a little better of late. Buckhorn trying to get it together. Buckhorn does hold a win over Perry. First time in history, Perry's lost to all 3 district opponents inside one season. Then you've got Hazard and Leslie County. What Al Holland's done this year, incredible rebuilding that team. Got them on most lists, top of the region right now. Leslie County's senior-dominated team, very, very dangerous team, and I think that'll be a lot better game than people expect.
District gets started all across the state, or at least in eastern Kentucky today, in a little bit different format than what we have grown accustomed to down through the years. We'll play all 4 first-round district games, both boys and girls, today, and then we'll have boys championship games on Monday, girls championship games on Tuesday. This change of format, I kind of like it, Earl. I got to be honest with you.
I do too, because the district tournaments, and a lot of people differ in opinion. You know, back in the 60s, 50s on back, you had 11, 12 teams in each district. You're trying to narrow it down for the region. Now there's only 4, sometimes 3. So I like this format because it gets you onto your regional tournament a little faster, and that's when it becomes lose and go home. Well, today's lose and go home, but if you can make that championship, you know, you get a second chance. But, you know, the regional tournament, ultimate goal for these teams.
You talk about this first game this afternoon, a battle of pretty good point guard. You got Napier for Leslie County. She drives the wagon for them. And the little sophomore as well for Buckhorn. As she goes, probably the Wildcats will follow.
Absolutely. Adams has done a good job for Buckhorn this year. She can knock down the shot. She gets to the line frequently. Caitlin Bowling has really come on late in the year. A nice player. Leslie County, Iris Napier, little known fact, she bench presses 175 pounds, which is about 60 pounds more than her body weight. And, you know, Courtney Hoskins coming over to Leslie has only made Iris Napier's game better.
So we begin the second season today in earnest as we open district tournament all across the Commonwealth. Harold Mullins and Harold Bashir will take you through the opening round of the 54th district when we continue. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. a place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Heinemann and everywhere in between, we're committed to serving you with the latest technology, whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained. Thinking about replacing that old roof? Or maybe you just want a new garage, a shop, a warehouse, or just need some more storage. Well, maybe it's time to give the guys at BMC Construction a call. They're a Letcher County-based local business with years of combined experience and references. All their buildings are constructed out of #1 grade warranty materials and available in many different shapes and sizes. Give them a call at 606-335-1580.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Appalachian Wireless invites you to start the new year off with a bang. What better way than with a new Samsung device? The new Samsung Galaxy S21, S21 Plus, and S21 Ultra are the latest and hottest devices of the new year with great cameras, all-day battery life, and faster processors. The S21 is the phone everyone wants and will be jealous of. From now till the end of February, the new Samsung S21 models will be $400 off the Advantage plan at Appalachian Wireless and AppalachianWireless.com. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
At TVS Cable, we are committed to providing you with the best broadband available, whether that be through expansion of our fiber-to-the-home facilities, new builds into previously unserved areas, or by launching DOCSIS 3.1, the latest technology in cable broadband. TVS Cable has always changed with the demands of Eastern Kentucky, and we will continue to make investments in our area because we care about Eastern Kentucky. It's our home too.
For 100 years, we have educated some of the brightest and best leaders of our region. At Alice Lloyd College, we stand for
work ethic,
quality,
affordability,
leadership. Alice Lloyd College.
Stay close, go far.
Want to know more about Alice Lloyd College? Call us toll-free or visit us online at alc.edu.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
MAV TV, Motorsports Network. If it has an engine, it's on MAV TV. Catch all the action from the mudslinging Lucas Oil short course off-road races. The excitement of the Lucas Oil late model dirt series. Thousands of horsepower pulling tons of steel. Watch it all on the only network dedicated to motorsports. MAV TV, Motorsports Network.
Mountains come to life.
rivers and lakes welcome you back. The open road calls. Kentucky is full of outdoor adventures and charming towns right here at home. Stay close, go far. Plan your getaway at KentuckyTourism.com.
Wearing a mask cuts your risk of COVID by up to 65%. Your mask shields you, people at high risk, and essential workers and businesses.
I wear my mask to protect my patients.
I'm a teacher. I wear my mask for my students.
I wear my mask to keep my customers safe.
It's simple, it's the right thing to do, and it works.
I may look healthy, but I'm battling brain cancer. I wear my mask for you. Please wear your mask for me.
You don't need this on the field. You need skill.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
My friend looks at me and she goes, "You're having a stroke." If you're having a stroke, hopefully someone that's watching you or seeing it unfold knows FAST, which is face, arm, speech, and time to call 911. After the stroke, I just felt like I lost everything. If you don't have purpose, you end up with no reason to fight. I am Angie Aparo, and all I wanted to do was sing again.
Roll over. Can't high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother
and...
I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back to the John C. Combs Arena here on the campus of Perry County Central High School in Hazard, Kentucky. I'm Harold Mullins along with Earl Bashir as we open up the second season in high school basketball. Boy, the season got off to a rocky start, and I guess that would be considered an understatement. The season didn't begin underway until after the first of the year. We had a shortened season, but boy, the tension is still there. It's still postseason play, Harold, no matter how you cut it.
And absolutely, and the signal of that. Got my order for my state tournament tickets in email this week, so we know we're in the postseason and ready to go.
Yes, sir, exactly right. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Buckhorn. They'll start Mackenzie Neese, and Caitlin Boland will start along with the point guard Cassidy Adams, number 22. Sheridan Combs, 35, and Brittany Daniels, 45, will play along the baseline for Coach Andrew Blank and his bunch of Wildcats. Buckhorn comes in here with a record of 7 wins and 13 losses, and they're coached by Andrew Blank. For Leslie County, the Eagles coached by Larry Sparks, one of the preseason surprises, I would think, as we got to the end of the season. This team got better and better and better, and now you got to give them some consideration for next month.
Absolutely. They put themselves in the discussion with your Knott counties, Owsley counties, and Letcher Central, who's played a tough schedule, maybe a few more losses than people expected. But I think those 4 teams right now are kind of at the top, and Leslie County's put their name in that grouping.
Boy, we don't want to get ahead, but what a district semifinal, a regional semifinals that would be in girls basketball.
Oh, my goodness.
But we first got to get there, and Buckhorn will inbound. Leslie County starts Napier and Davidson, Hoskins bowling in Napier, and the Wildcats have it first.
Looks like Leslie County going to start straight man-to-man and try to pressure.
Bowling into the corner. Combs wants 3, no good. Run out. And our first foul of the game is going to be on Cassidy Adams.
And Buckhorn cannot afford for Adams to get in foul trouble.
No, she has been the point guard for this team the last couple of years, Harold. She's gotten better and better, and she's still a youngster, only a sophomore.
And Bowling will go to the free throw line only 46%, and she missed that first one.
53rd District getting underway today. As we speak, they're playing basketball in Whitesburg. And the rebound is tied up, and then we'll turn it over to Leslie County. You got Knott County Central girls taking on June Buchanan, and Letcher will play Cordia. That's this afternoon. And then tonight, those same 4 teams will play in boys action. Knott County Central and June Buchanan at 5 o'clock. And then what may be as good a first-round game as we're going to have, Letcher and Cordia and boys, coming up this afternoon or tonight.
I think that'll be the top first-round game throughout the entire region, just looking down the schedule. And, those 2 teams are teams who are capable of knocking somebody off.
Yeah, they really are. Leslie County with it now, facing the 2-3 zone, and a long 3, no good air ball. It'll go out of bounds. And as usual, sometimes in district play and in postseason play, Harold, jitters come into play.
Absolutely, especially neither one of these teams playing on their home court. So unless they're going to put the pressure on early, and that's kind of what I expected them to do.
Well, Larry Sparks, he's been in Leslie County now as a head coach, as a superintendent, now assistant coach, and was assistant coach, now back to the head coach again. That's one of his staples. He likes to get out and get after you. And what do we got?
Shoe untied.
We got a shoelace problem. We'll get that rectified. Just underway, played a little more than a minute, and we have yet to dent the scoreboard. Somebody's got to knock the cover off the basket, and Leslie County will have it first. Or correction, Buckhorn.
And I tell you, Buckhorn likes to go inside to Daniel, but they're going to have a hard time as they throw over as I say that.
Hey, look at here. Nice entry pass and a bucket, and Buckhorn breaks out on top at 2-0.
Buckhorn's a little pressure at half court.
Andrew Blank says, let me do a little pressuring. Driving layup, no good. Put back up, that's no good. And we got our second foul of the game.
That's on Caitlin Bowling, her first team second.
We talked about Cassidy, sure can't afford to lose Bowling.
No. As Hoskins goes to the line, she's only 50% from the line despite being a great shooter. And Leslie came now 0 of 3 from the line, but you can see their dominance on the boards. They came in averaging 41 a game.
You're exactly right, and they finally turn the ball over to Buckhorn down the lane. Layup good and one. Boy, you got to beat pressure to ever advance in any level of this game. If you can't handle pressure, you cannot win.
Absolutely, and that's boys, girls, whatever you're playing. As Iris Napier.
That's in marbles. If you can't handle the pressure of shooting with you tall, you're not going to win. Front court, Buckhorn down by 2. Bowling's open, no good.
Leslie County continues to dominate the glass on both ends.
3 the other way, no good. Over the top of the backboard. That should be over the top, and it was. And our outside referee missed that one, but the guy inside said, wait a minute now, we can't do this.
Oh, street ball. Street ball, you could have got by with that.
Yeah, but you can't do it. You can do it down at the park, but you can't do it here. And we got a foul. That's going to be on number 32 for Leslie County, Emma Napier.
It's going to be her first, team first. First substitute of the game. That'll be Brooklyn Riley. Checks in for McKenzie. McKenzie is scrapper. Riley more of an offensive threat, though. Helps him on the offensive end.
Well, they don't call you Mr. 54th District for nothing, do they? You know these teams like the palm of your hand.
I've watched a few games this year. And I tell you what, Harold, never thought I'd live in a time where not only can I go out and watch games, but I can sit in my living room and watch a game seemingly every night. Such great media coverage.
2 or 3 games every night. I mean, you can watch them from Floyd County, you can watch them from Pike County, you can watch them down in the state. Streaming and technology being as it is today, old-fashioned turning on the field goal is about dead.
It's about over with. There's another turnover by Buckhorn.
Headed the other way, and the foul from behind, and that's going to be on Kaylin Bowling, and that's 2 on her.
And that's bad news for Buckhorn, leading scorer, leading rebounder. And it looks like Coach Blank's going to roll the dice.
Well, there is no tomorrow.
That's exactly right.
They lob it inbound. Facing the zone, Napier, top of the circle 3, that's no good. Daniels comes away with it, and Buckhorn has it, and a tying opportunity.
I tell you, Buckhorn hanging around despite Leslie getting to the line, getting out, controlling the rebounds. Buckhorn just down by 2. You got to feel good right now if you're them.
Yeah, you do. Adams works out behind the arc.
Buckhorn wants to be as deliberate as possible. They want to slow this game down.
Oh, yeah, they want to get to the 4th quarter with a shot, and that's about all you can ask for. Driving Adams, kicks it off, and Combs with it, drives and now circles it back outside. I think Andrew Blank's game plan's pretty good. Now they turn it over, and what do we got? Walking on Leslie County.
But, yeah, but in order to make this game plan come to fruition, you can't have turnovers, especially unforced.
You're exactly right.
As Emily Napier, another great sub, checks in for Leslie County. She averages about 5 points, 4.5 rebounds a game.
They have it diving, and the shot is blocked. Coming away with it, Leslie County. Having a hard time getting Bowling the ball in scoring position.
Absolutely.
Driving, drop it off, nice bounce pass on a bucket.
And we'll have a timeout Buckhorn as Emily Napier scored, and she and Brittany Daniels made me look good so far.
You're exactly right. Quick 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here and look ahead to the rest of the day. Coming up next will be Hazard and Prairie Central, and I don't care if you're playing marbles, as we alluded to a while ago, that game means something.
Absolutely, and that game, Hazard has one of the better post players probably throughout the region, definitely in the district, in Annie Harris. But the question is, can they withstand the Perry County Central pressure to get her the basketball?
Boy, that has been, and throw in the sidebar of Caudle, leaving Hazard and trying to become eligible at Prairie Central. That didn't happen, and now she sits out her senior year of eligibility, and you feel sorry for her because you know what a great kid she is, what a great player she is. It just shouldn't end this way, but in a rule in a world that's controlled by adults, kids have very little say.
Absolutely. And it's a sad situation. You know, I think the world of the kid. I coached her, and we're very close. Talked to her last night, as a matter of fact, and as Leslie now, as Coach Blank going to have to take a full timeout here, yes.
We're going to have a timeout on the floor with a score 11-2, and to be honest with you, Buckhorn just not handling the pressure, and therefore they're falling behind.
And you know, you mentioned the pressure in any sport, and you know, even you were talking about marbles. Look at golf. The golfers who can handle the pressure, those are the guys who are successful. Football, Tom Brady, one of the great pressure players of all time. It's all about pressure, and then when you put somebody out there guarding you, like Leslie County's guarding Buckhorn, it amps that pressure up, and Buckhorn has to figure out a way to play through that. But so far, it's all Leslie County. After Buckhorn got on the board first, it's an 11-0 run.
So much happening in the world of sports. You got the opening of conference tournaments being played, and COVID just refuses to go quietly into the night. Virginia and Duke and Kansas, three of the truly blue bloods of our sport now sitting home because of a COVID test, and that's really still up in the air. They're going to be able to play next week in Indianapolis.
Well, and you know, and Duke was a team, they were on the bubble anyway, probably wouldn't have made the NCAA. Kentucky obviously having a subpar year. And
you know, it's not often. In fact, going all the way back about 35 years or so.
I was going to say 1976.
Actually 44 or 45 years
and
since Duke and Kentucky were left out of the tournament.
And, I mean, this was the first time in many, many years when you had Kentucky, Duke, and North Carolina, all three outside the top 25.
And to be honest, you know, this is a year where they say anybody can win, but I'm not so sure that's the case, Harold. I think we've got a handful at most. Looking at it as Buckhorn gets on the board, it's 11-4. Looking at it, you got to like Gonzaga. You got to like, I like Florida State. I like their length. I like their athleticism. You got to like Michigan.
Illinois is a team.
Illinois is another team that I really like. But boy, when you leave those, it's slim pickings, my friend.
It is.
People say Alabama, but I don't see it. I just don't see them being able to sustain through 6 games the level it would take to win.
Well, how many times have you seen a team that's a great shooting team, and Alabama's a great shooting team, but those great three-point shooting teams, it's hard to sustain that for 6 games.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very difficult. At the line, Buckhorn.
And I tell you what, Gonzaga, you talk about a team that's got all the bases covered. They've got all the bases covered.
If they don't win it this year, they'll never win it.
No.
At the line, Combs no good, and Leslie County run out, and a bucket by Napier.
Napier with 8 points already.
Iris Napier working on a 12.6 point per game average. And we got a foul.
Foul on Emily Bowling. That's her first, team 4th. There's both teams with 4 fouls here in the early going. Neese and Combs going to check back in for Buckhorn.
We have, if you're familiar with the configuration of the gym here at Prairie Central, across the way the lower bleachers are all scooted back. That's now team benches, social distancing prevailing there, and so you may have a handful of people in the upper deck across the way, but for the most part, and it's only family members of the team that supposedly gets in. We got a pretty good crowd here on this side. Certainly no social distancing here, but when you playing in postseason and you just got one side of the gym open, not a whole lot you can do about it.
No, it's different. They did actually, when the governor increased the numbers, they did increase each team for each game receive 250 tickets.
Is that how they did it?
Yeah, so you could have up to 1,000 people each game, but each ticket's for one game only. They'll clear the gym and
250 per team. That's 500 per game.
Yeah, 500 a game, yes.
And, of course, then you've got the workers and the sneak-ins and the loafers like me and you. And so it increases just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I had to stand in line to get in the back door. Run out. Adams has it. Last minute of play in the first quarter made a very sloppy pass, and that's knocked out of bounds.
Harold, you're about like me. When was the last time you came through the door and put the $5 down in the 14th region for a basketball game?
I would say 88. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm the same way. I don't know the last time. But, you know, you've been at this a lot longer than I have covering these kids. And, you know, we talked about how it's just kind of blown up. And these kids deserve this coverage.
Oh, absolutely. You know, my wife tells me all the time, yo, man, won't you quit? Well, that's not going to happen, at least not for a while. I don't think. Unless, of course, you never know with health and stuff like that. But I enjoy, it's been a little different this year, not been able to get into the gyms, but I've enjoyed watching basketball and covering these kids for 35 plus years, and it makes me feel good when you have people come up and talk to you that you know, now have kids of their own that's playing, and you remember covering them, and while you may not necessarily remember some of them, they will always remember you.
Absolutely. And
which goes back to always treat them good.
Absolutely. And I tell you, something that I really enjoy and like is when you have somebody text you, call you, whatever, and say, you know, I got to watch my grandchild play because you guys are putting a game out there.
Back of the iron and off, only 1 second remaining, and we will be through one in the first district tournament game of the year.
Leslie County now 2 for 6 from the free throw line, but out by 13.
This one is good, and it is 18-14. Quick inbound pass, and the horn sound. One in the book in the 54th District Girls Basketball Tournament. It is Leslie County 18, Buckhorn 4. We'll be back.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Hindman and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
18-4 in favor of Leslie County as we head to the second quarter. The Eagles will have the basketball, and
you know,
the Wildcats will have it.
You know, we talked about that backcourt of Leslie County. They put up 13 of the 18 in that first quarter, and Buckhorn's going to have to find a way to get some scoring going, and they're just one shot and out. It's not going to do it.
Combs with a shot that looked good but didn't fall, and Leslie County has it back in front court. We will pass along action as we receive a word from across the region today. There's a shot blocked. Napier comes up with it, and she'll go to the line.
That's on Combs. That's her third, and that's Buckhorn can't afford much foul trouble.
Little different 54th boys than almost anywhere else. They still reach in and grab that peel and have the old traditional draw for the district pairings. Everybody else, they've gone to seeding a long time ago, but these four schools here just never been able to, at least in the boys' side of things,
right,
have never been able to come up with an agreement on doing that, and it's kind of comical. Every year it's a draw. Let's bring up seeding. Let's vote 2-2. Let's forget about it till next year, and it's always the same.
And same on the girls' side, actually seed according to Dave Cantrell's rankings. So the 54th boys and girls both just an oddity.
There is no way, and if I was a girls coach in this district, there is no way that I would agree to, well, it probably would fall on deaf ears, but no way that I would agree to seeding by Cantrell's rating. No way. I mean, I just wouldn't do it. There's a drive by Adams, no good.
And I tell you, Adams a hard-nosed kid.
Yes, she is. There's a layup, no good, and boy, they continued to parade to the foul line to the Eagles.
And that's going to go against Mackenzie Neese. That's her first, team 7. So Leslie County, 6:34 to go in the half. They'll shoot 1-1 from now on. And Hoskins the line for 2. Short. That makes her 1 for 3. Leslie, of course, they have quite a bit of distance between them and Buckhorn right now, but if they were knocking their free throws down, this would be
over. And finally, she rolls one in. It's 19-6. And they turn it over again, and another foul.
That'll go against Mackenzie Neese.
Coming up later tonight, by way of the reaching in and getting the peel, it'll be Perry Central taking on Buckhorn. Some interesting sidebars in that. Uncle will be coaching against his nephew. And then tonight's last game, I've got the feeling that might be a halfway decent game, Hazard and Leslie County.
I think both those games will be good games. And Leslie County, a dangerous team. I tell you, their record doesn't show it, but they're very dangerous.
Adams handling it out front, goes down the lane, lost the ball on the floor, and we're going to have a jump ball.
And I tell you, you don't see it as much anymore, but, you know, when they brought girls basketball back in the 70s and through the 80s, seems like there was a jump ball every other possession.
Girls basketball was the #1 reason why we went to alternating possession.
Absolutely.
No question about it. And as a guy that used to referee back in those days, I'm telling you, you would play till breakfast time, and it'd be jump ball after jump ball after jump ball. But the game has improved, and like the old dinosaur I am, I've been around long enough to see it go from what it was to what it is today.
And I tell you, girls basketball, I really enjoy, which I enjoy coaching and I enjoy watching it because, you know, it's more about skill and precision. Boys is turning more into an athletic competition.
Well, you know, the thing that I like most about girls basketball, they'll do what you tell them to do. They will try to do what you tell them to do. Not always the case with the boys.
Well, boys, they seem to know everything already.
Oh, absolutely.
And
girls accept coaching. Boys not necessarily so much.
And I have a teenage son at home, so I fight that battle. You know, if teenagers knew what they thought they knew, the world would be a better place.
Yeah, but they don't.
But they don't.
No. And, you know, I have a hard time convincing my grandsons of that sometimes, but now I get my point across.
Foul on Bailey Davidson, her first, and that's going to send Buckhorn to the line for 1+ the
I think
bonus.
we've got Buckhorn finally going to get to the line here for 1 in bonus, and we got timeout on the floor. 5:44 to go. We're only in the second quarter. A slow-moving affair in the 54th district opening round, and Leslie County right now, I think, all their way, leading 20-6. They do not look like a team the first quarter and a half that it would take to get out of here.
No.
But they don't stay that way.
No. And, you know, these district tournaments, and especially you're playing a noon game, it's a big adjustment for both teams. Neither one of these teams at home, like we said. But I tell you what, this is my favorite time of year. I love postseason basketball. You know, this year college, a little bit of a sting with Kentucky not having much success. But I tell you what, I love watching these high school games and watching these kids compete.
You're talking about going tickets for the state tournament and getting your email and stuff like that. I received mine as well. I'm not real sure I'm going to go.
I'm not 100% sure. I know I'll be doing some games on the radio, but you know, we were discussing it last night. It's a trip that my brother, father, and son always make together. It's a nice move there by him and Napier.
Oh, kissed it off the glass. Nice move there.
And you know, we're trying to decide. You know, usually we've got our house rented and everything by now, but with COVID, I mean, we just really didn't know if they were going to have it or what they were going to do.
Underneath, nice bounce pass, but Buckhorn couldn't finish it. And Leslie County gets it back 22-6. Well, I'm going to tell you, the first time I entered into a state tournament game was in 1966. And since 1966 to 2021, I have missed 4 years when I was gone away with military obligations, and 1 year when I didn't go because of stupidity. And so 5 times since 1966, I have missed the boys' state basketball tournament. It would be indeed strange for me not to be there.
And it's, you know, it's going to be a different event. We were able to get part of our tickets actually in our normal spot, as Buckhorn now 0-4 from the line. But, you know, we're trying to decide what we're going to do. And I've talked to a lot of people who aren't going this year who normally go. So,
well, I tell you, to be brutally honest, there's a shot put up, no good. Rebound, no good. Buckhorn has it. Having to vacate the gym after every game, climb up those stairs and go out and wait and then come back in, it makes it more like a job to go than it is to go for enjoyment, and that would be my reasoning.
And I tell you what, if you go to the state tournament and you go to every game, it's almost like a job.
Oh, absolutely. And take it from me, I covered every game at the boys' state tournament from 1991 to 2015. And by covering, I mean I was there for every single game and broadcasting. And you're right. You when you come home at the end of that week, you need a few days.
You need a vacation.
Absolutely.
As the struggles at the line continue for Leslie County, they're getting there, but just not able to take advantage.
Leslie County is certainly going to have to shoot the ball better from the foul line than they have demonstrated today to get out of here now, Harold. You and I both have been around long enough to know that.
You've got to make free throws. In basketball, people try to make it a hard game and complicated. It's pretty simple. You make free throws, you play good defense, you rebound the basketball. You're going to have
don't
success.
turn it over.
Yeah,
and you're going to be in most games. Buckhorn with it now, facing the zone as Larry Sparks has dumped the man-to-man, it looks like. Now they're back in it, driving, and we're going to have a foul on Leslie County, number 12, Emily Napier. We have not talked about it, but Leslie County only has one senior. That is Emily Bowling, number 24. And on the other side, nada for Buckhorn. Not a senior in sight. These teams are young. They'll get better.
And my sources tell me, as Bennett knocks the free throw down, that if the current Senate Bill 128, which got its first reading in the House and was a good reading from what I understand, if that passes, that the one senior for Leslie County will be back for another year next year.
In other words, Emily Bowling may come back.
Yes.
Do you think, and I'd be interested your take on this, how do you think that will affect boys basketball?
You know, I know everybody thinks it's going to have a huge effect. I think your big effect's going to be on girls because most girls have never stayed back. Most boys, especially your upper level,
you still got to have the age thing come into effect.
You've got to have the age thing. I think you'll have a few kids stay back, but I think most of your kids who've had successful careers already will move on to the next level. I think where it'll have a little more effect you'll see will be some younger kids, maybe kids who are in the 8th grade, because everybody thinks it's just seniors. It's K through 12. And I have a son who's a senior, who's 17, who if it passes, he's going to stay and play another year of football. So,
is that right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think for some younger kids it may be beneficial, but
when do you think that'll be? That's got to be decided upon coming up here pretty soon, doesn't it?
They will vote on that next week.
And a foul going to be on Daniels 45.
That's her first. Team, they're over the mark.
I'm like you, it may affect, but I just don't see it. You know, you and I, you close to Hazard's program, and of course you got Pelfrey there that's a senior. I would find it very, very difficult if I was him to stay back. And it's time to move on, and, you know, I mean, it's just looking at his ability to play at the next level.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
both know that's going to happen. Knott County Central, you've got Kobe Napier. He's already signed with Transylvania. You know, why would he come back? You know, he's got a future at Transylvania, a very fine Division III institution.
Absolutely.
That plays great basketball. So why come back? You know, I just don't see that affecting a lot of the senior boys.
I don't either. I really don't.
And I may be out in left field. Maybe they ever want to come back. I don't know. But I'm just looking at it.
Well, and then even though a kid right now says, I'm going to stay back, I'm going to stay back, when they start factoring in, well, all my friends I've been in school with, it's a lot bigger decision than what you imagine it being. So it's going to be interesting, though.
Yeah, it will be. And I'm just interested to see at what point they will make that decision.
But my thinking on that, too, is some of these kids, say like a Wade Pelfrey, perhaps, or you know, a kid who's a good basketball player, obviously going to play at the next level as Davidson puts one in. But these colleges, everybody gets an extra year, so that's going to cause a logjam. Some colleges aren't going to have scholarships to offer these kids who are coming out, so it'll be interesting to see how that affects those decisions also.
And that, again, you know, I just don't see affecting the blue bloods. It may be the mid-majors or something.
Right, exactly.
I just don't see it affecting the powers that be.
No. I don't think anybody who...
I don't think you're going to see Czar come back at Kentucky.
No. You know, Mintz, he's a guy who he's talked about it. He may...
I don't think he'll come back either.
I don't either. And it's just, you know, it's a lot easier saying it than doing it. I mean, it's one of those deals.
Shot no good by Adams. Rebound taken down. Bowling has it. Kicks it right side. We'll have a three from there. No good. And Leslie County with a rebound. It's just a wait-and-see proposition, and, you know.
Leslie County only 2 field goals this second quarter.
They have made a living at the foul line, and but not a real good one at that.
No.
27-9, final half minute of the first half. And 5 seconds, good defensive effort there by Cassidy Adams.
As the Hall of Famer is in the building now. David Adams, the Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. And believe me, he had not let me forget it for a single day. No. I mean, I'm the Hall of Famer, you know. I mean, what are you? You know, I don't have that tag. And don't see it happening anytime soon. I said, I got an Excellence in Media Award.
Absolutely.
I said, what do you got? 27-9, 21 seconds to go, and they lob it into Daniels. Get it back into her. They drive baseline now and lost it out of bounds.
Turnovers have just been too much. Turnovers and foul trouble have been too much for Buckhorn to overcome. They have 3 kids with 3 fouls here.
That's just too steep a mountain to climb. 27-9 inside the last 10 seconds. Long 3, no good, air ball. And the horn sounds, and we've reached halftime in game 1 of the 54th District Basketball Tournament from Prairie Central High School. Here in game 1, it is Leslie County leading 27-9 over Buckhorn. We'll take a break. We'll come back. You're watching Hometown 24.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Hindman and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
Thinking about replacing that old roof? Or maybe you just want a new garage, a shop, a warehouse, or just need some more storage. Well, maybe it's time to give the guys at BMC Construction a call. They're a Letcher County-based local business with years of combined experience and references. All their buildings are constructed out of #1 grade warranty materials and available in many different shapes and sizes. Give them a call at 606-335-1580.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Appalachian Wireless invites you to start the new year off with a bang. What better way than with a new Samsung device? The new Samsung Galaxy S21, S21 Plus, and S21 Ultra are the latest and hottest devices of the new year with great cameras, all-day battery life, and faster processors. The S21 is the phone everyone wants and will be jealous of. From now till the end of February, the new Samsung S21 models will be $400 off the Advantage plan at Appalachian Wireless and AppalachianWireless.com. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Thacker Grigsby is constantly working to bring the latest technologies home. Home, where we live and work. A place we want to see grow and prosper. From Jackson to Hindman and everywhere in between. We're committed to serving you with the latest technology. Whether it's faster broadband, more video choices, or the latest voice services. Thacker Grigsby with our fiber network can provide the latest ways to stay connected, informed, and entertained.
Thinking about replacing that old roof? Or maybe you just want a new garage, a shop, a warehouse, or just need some more storage? Well, maybe it's time to give the guys at BMC Construction a call. They're a Letcher County-based local business with years of combined experience and references. All their buildings are constructed out of #1 grade warranty materials and available in many different shapes and sizes. Give them a call at 606-335-1580.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Appalachian Wireless invites you to start the new year off with a bang. What better way than with a new Samsung device? The new Samsung Galaxy S21, S21 Plus, and S21 Ultra are the latest and hottest devices of the new year with great cameras, all-day battery life, and faster processors. The S21 is the phone everyone wants and will be jealous of. From now till the end of February, the new Samsung S21 models will be $400 off the Advantage plan at Appalachian Wireless and AppalachianWireless.com. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
36-11 our score as we are midway through the third quarter here. Leslie County over Buckhorn. And the opening round of the girls' 54th District Basketball Tournament. Up next, it's Hazard and Prairie Central in girls basketball. And then the boys have their opportunity tonight. It'll be at 5 o'clock. It'll be Prairie taking on Buckhorn. And then Hazard and Leslie County will play the second game tonight. Down underneath, ball knocked away and saved in.
It's a nice play by Eden Melton down there. As Buckhorn's just not been able to score the basketball at all.
They have certainly been inept on the offensive end.
Brittany Daniel picks up her team second. Courtney Hoskins to the line. She is 2 for 4 on the day. She does lead all scorers with 12. There's number 13. How big of a lift was it for this team to get Courtney Hoskins from Perry Central in the offseason?
You're exactly right. Shot no good, and the rebound comes down. Buckhorn has, and they call a walk.
When you refereed and you refereed a lot of games like this that got out of control, is it different officiating a game like this?
It is. I mean, and most referees said, no, you call it just the way it is. That's not true. I'm not going to lie to anybody. In fact, it's funny you say that because I would have probably let that walk go right there that they called on Buckhorn. Not that she didn't walk, yes, she did, but, in the long end of things, does it really matter?
It's probably not going to make a difference in the game, and, at some point, you want the game just to get over with.
Yeah.
As it looks like Coach Sparks.
We have our first score from up in the 53rd, and only about 3 minutes to go in the first game there. And it is Knott County Central 65, June Buchanan 27. So a running clock situation in the 53rd in game one.
And Knott Central, another one of those teams, you've got to get out of your district, but, they have higher aspirations than district championship this year.
Jeff Honeycutt always seems to be that way, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
As Adams all the way to the glass and lay it up.
She's got all 4 Buckhorn points in this half.
39-13. Of course, Knott County needs to get healthy, and you don't lose a player of the caliber of Presley Fletcher and it don't affect your team. I don't care who you are. When you can play the game like she can, got to affect you.
Well, she's one of those kids that she plays on both ends of the court, and she makes their defense so much stronger, and she's a good rebounder, and she finishes in transition. I mean, she's one of the upper echelon players in the region, and she's still young, so future definitely bright for Knott Central, and it seems like we've been saying that for about the last 6 years.
Yeah, we really have. I tell you, They got a dadgone good feeder program over there, evidently, because they just keep bringing out these good players. And Jeff Honeycutt has been the coach there for a lot of years. And I don't care what level you play. When you take a team to the state tournament 3 straight years like he did, Harold, you know how difficult that is. One of the victims was you know, and so you know what that's like.
But I tell you what, and I told him this that night. I mean it then, I mean it now. If I couldn't go, there's nobody I'd rather see go than Jeff Honeycutt. He and I are good friends.
Class man, there's no doubt about that.
We talk almost on a daily basis still, and I tell you what though, that night, as heartbreaking.
I talked to you after the game. I believe in fact, I think I interviewed you after the game, and a big crocodile tears in the eyes infected the big man.
It did, and wow,
that's nice. A layup and a bucket by Emily Roark. 43-13, we approach running clock time here. There's no good, but Daniel put it back in.
I tell you what, though, you talk about that team that we lost to, no slouch. Allie O'Hare, Brianna Harrington, Jada Higgins. I mean, they had some kids that could play a little bit. Made the long, cold trip down to Estill County, Kentucky.
Boy, I remember I went that night. I went down there 3 or 4 nights in a row, and that is a trip and a half right there. Makes you really appreciate what Estill County kids have gone through all these years when they come up here and play.
Oh my gosh!
Especially when they come to a place like Jenkins in the girls' regional tournament. But back when Jenkins was in the 14th region, there's a foul.
I mean, you talk about going from Irvin to Wattsburg. That's all day affair.
That's back dinner time, ain't it? Minute 16 to go.
But Harold, as we look forward to the next game, Hazard and Perry, like you said, one of the big rivalries in all of the mountains. And what do you look for out of that game?
I tell you, it's going to be awfully difficult for Hazard to handle their pressure. They can run hot and cold. They can go to the top of the mountain and be back down in the valley in just a short amount of time. We saw that here in one of the last games of the year against Knott County. But Hazard don't have that go-to person. They have the big girl in the middle, and she can play, but you got to get her the ball in scoring position.
Absolutely. That's the thing about a post player. You got to depend on somebody to get it to you.
Yeah.
And she's as good as there is around, but you know that Misty McLaurin is going to press from start to finish, and it's just going to be hard on them. And 2 7th graders with a start today for Hazard. They lost Cottle, Chelsea Prophet. Our prayers go out to her, another ACL injury. And
too many of those.
So she's lost for the year. So a little short-handed. So
Josh Hurt's first year has been anything but a smooth sailing, isn't it?
Absolutely, I tell you. And Josh, a quality guy.
Yeah, you know.
Hate to see that happen to him, but I tell you what, that's coaching.
Yeah, that's it. Final from the 53rd, and our first regional representative has been confirmed. And it is Knott County Central, a winner today over June Buchanan, 75-29.
So next up over there, it will be Letcher Central and Cordia in girls action. And Cordia's got some young kids who can play a little bit. The little Johnson girls.
They've improved a lot. They really have. I tell a funny story about, and we'll get into this when we come back for the fourth quarter. 43-15 in favor of Leslie County. We'll be back. 3 quarters in the books, and Leslie County well on its way to joining County Central in that 14th Region basketball tournament at a yet-to-be-determined date. A lot of things are yet to be determined in 2021. Driving, and the shot no good, put back up, and we got a foul. They're going to get that on Leslie County.
That'll be Emma Napier. That's her first, team second. And actually, just got a note here, second team to punch third ticket. Wolfe County's boys and girls in that 3-team district, Riverside not playing. So they're both.
Oh, I forgot about that.
They directly in.
So Wolfe County girls, not County Central girls. Looks like Leslie County girls, and we've got half our regional tournament in the girls' action already filled.
Nice pass down to Daniel. She's got a bucket in each quarter. She leads the way for Buckhorn with 8 points.
I tell you, going into this regional tournament, both boys and girls, it could be interesting. And we got a foul.
Absolutely, and let's see who they'll get that one on. But it's going to be on Bailey Stidham. But I tell you, somebody asked me early on who my favorites were. And, I said my favorites at the time were not Central and Wolfe County on the boys' side. And somebody said, well, what about Hazard? What about Perry? What about Leslie? I said, I think all those teams are going to be okay. But they've got a blind draw for the district. Just barring a major disaster of some sort, not County Central's boys are going to be in the regional tournament. Wolfe County's going to be in the regional tournament, and you got to get there to win it.
You got to be there. They just won't let you win without it. 43-17. We got free throws coming up for the Wildcat. Shot good. Nice shot.
Riley now 2 for 7 from the line.
We'll be clearing the gym out after the conclusion of this one, and then we'll have a little bit of a wait while we wait the second game.
Yeah, I think they put plenty of time in between because the second game doesn't start till 2:30.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good time. We could have a little poker tournament or anything up here. Get all the broadcast crew together here and play a little poker tournament here between games.
That foul's going to go against Michaela Bennett, her first, team fourth. Emma Napier will step to the line. She is 0 for 2 from the free throw line today.
Boy, they've not been missing. They've been missing badly.
8 for 25.
May get another miss.
8 for 26.
Adams all the way, and she's going to. No, that's not Adams. That is.
I think that's
24, and that is Riley, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Fourth foul on Emma Napier. Riley steps to the line. She is 3 for 8 from the line. She's gotten there quite a bit. Short on that one.
Buckhorn starts 3 sophomores and 2 juniors this afternoon, and Leslie County started 4 sophomores and a senior, Emily Bowling. So both these teams probably have a future in front of them. Timeout on the floor, 6:39 to go, 43-20 our score. We'll be right back.
At TVS Cable, we are committed to providing you with the best broadband available, whether that be through expansion of our fiber-to-the-home facilities, new builds into previously unserved areas, or by launching DOCSIS 3.1, the latest technology in cable broadband. TVS Cable has always changed with the demands of Eastern Kentucky, and we will continue to make investments in our area because we care about Eastern Kentucky. It's our home too.
For 100 years, we have educated some of the brightest and best leaders of our region. At Alice Lloyd College, we stand for
work ethic,
quality,
affordability,
leadership,
Alice Lloyd College.
Stay close, go far.
Want to know more about Alice Lloyd College? Call us toll-free or visit us online at alc.edu.
Leslie County basketball as Napier inbound. We have Leslie County with a lead, and now they're going to go to the foul line where they have had precious little luck all day long.
Fouls on Adams. And I tell you
This
what,
team of unbelievable. 8, as you said, 8 for 25 from the foul line.
8 for 26.
8 for 26. Now it's 27.
8 for 27. 0 for 5 this quarter.
8 for 27 from the foul line, Leslie County. And they
bank one in.
Bank one in.
9 for 28. And, you know, I went back and looked, and since this tournament went to 4 teams in 1996, Buckhorn is 1-25 in the district tournament. Leslie 23-21. Leslie 19-6 in semifinal games. Buckhorn 1-24. So,
well, you alluded to during the pregame interview the game we saw here 2 years ago. That was one of the most shocking girls' games I believe I've ever seen.
I would have to say the most shocking that I've seen. I mean, it really was. As Leslie going back to the free throw line. As that foul would be against Bailey Stidham. That's her second, team 6.
You're talking to about refereeing in games like this. You have games like this, and then you have the games that in the, you know, like in the boys tournament that goes 2 or 3 overtimes and full house and people hanging on to every whistle. And believe you me, you'd rather have that situation than something like this.
I think so also.
Now an inside shot put up no good, and Leslie County will bring it back, and Coach Larry Sparks turns and gets someone ready to come in. Driving layup no good, knocked out of bounds. They're going to give it to Buckhorn.
Leslie County only 3 points this quarter, 1 for 8 from the free throw line in the quarter.
Well, if I'm Larry Sparks, I'm going to go back to hiding, and I'm going to get on the foul line. And
9 for 30 for the game.
Unbelievable. And believe you me, you're a coach, you know this. That can come back to bite you.
Oh, my goodness. You cannot win a regional tournament shooting 9 of 30 from the free throw line.
No, you cannot. Adams with it way out behind the arc, makes her move, goes down the lane, and she'll go to the line, and she got fouled.
So that'll go against Iris Napier. That's her second, team 5th. Adams to the line. She has not attempted one on the day. She is 63.7% on the season.
Shot is good.
Starting to see a lot of subs. Buckhorn's actually cut into the lead here in this half.
Good again. 46-22 as the Buckhorn Wildcats continue to hang around, play hard. Give and go. Nice shot right up and in. That was a nice play there.
Hoskins now with 18. She leads all scorers.
Courtney Hoskins there with a bucket. Well, it will be interesting to see, Harold, after these first 2 games, when the boys' games are played tonight, the crowd situation. It'll be interesting to see.
It will, because, you know, in a normal year, you know, that Buckhorn Perry game is going to bring a lot of fans in here. And any district tournament game is going to bring a lot of fans in. But I would not be surprised. I know we said that they sold 500 tickets for each game. I'm not going to be surprised if a few stragglers don't find their way in.
I'm going to guarantee you that there will be more than 500 people in this gym when Buckhorn and Prairie Central tips it off at 5 o'clock.
So if I set the under over at 500, you're going over.
I'm going over, way over. I would not be surprised to see a couple of thousand in here, I'll be honest with you.
And what you know.
And I think, to be honest with you, I think the nightcap may have more than any of them.
Yeah, because I think that's a game. You know, Hazard usually they come out with the fans, and Leslie County travels real well too. And I tell you, that game, everybody is counting Leslie out, but I'm telling you, that's going to be a good ball game.
I'll tell you who's not counting Leslie out, Leslie.
Exactly, and that's all that matters. And I'll tell you somebody else who's not, Al Holland.
That's exactly right. I guarantee you, Al Holland has never overlooked anybody in his life. I mean, he respects all his opponents, and he will prepare for them just like it is the finals of the state tournament. (49-24) as 3:15 to go. Down inside, runner no good, and the rebound comes down, and Buckhorn has it. Adams again across the timeline.
Another turnover.
Cross court, Hoskins has it, turns, fires it up, no good. Rebound, Buckhorn.
And that's another one of those I might have let go there.
Yeah, you're right. Drum just texts us to give us the final score of the Knott County game. Little does he know that his old golfing buddy Ken Fugit is already beat him to the punch. But I appreciate both of them. Keep us abreasted of the action in the 53rd, guys. There's a shot, good, three-point shot by Fee. And Adams has it stripped away and off her knee and out of bounds.
And that's only the second three-point basket we've seen today.
David Adams will be joining you for the second game here this afternoon, and then you will go over to the mic for radio coverage while David and I will pick up the boys tournament here on F24. So we appreciate you and you joining the crowd, this upbeat crowd that we travel with for all season being with us here on Hometown 24.
I really enjoy it, and you know, like you said, it's been a different year, but you know, Josh did a great job of setting up in the studio where you could actually call the games from the studio. I mean, it was as close to being there as you could be without being there.
Yeah, and you know, we went through all winter that way, and it's kind of funny. This last week, I had a guy say, "How come? Where you boys sit at these ball games? I don't never see you." I said, "Well, I ain't never been there," and they didn't even realize that we were not at the gym. So, kudos to our producer-director, Josh Corney. And that ought to earn us another pizza the next time we're over there, shouldn't it?
Absolutely.
52-26. Final 68 seconds of this one. And the Leslie County Eagles, that's an offensive foul.
And I'll tell
be
you,
a hard matter to get me to sit there and take one with a minute to go and down 30 with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, kudos to these kids. I love them. I appreciate them and the efforts they go through, and they play to the buzzer. And that's another thing that differs girls from boys.
yeah, and we were talking earlier, these girls play right to the buzzer, don't they?
Absolutely. Win, lose, or draw. And, you know, congratulations, obviously, Leslie County moving on. Congratulations to Buckhorn. You know, Buckhorn had a few early issues. They've made it through the end of the season, and this is one of those seasons, if you make it from start to end, you deserve congratulations.
Yeah, and you know, and I've said this before, Buckhorn, one of my favorite places to go. You and I were over there for the Coaches versus Cancer all-day affair, and it's just they treat you so good over there, and they're so nice to you, and they go out of their way to make sure you don't need anything. And while granted their facility is not as good as some places you may go, you certainly will never go anywhere where they treat you any better.
Absolutely not. And I tell you what, those cooks, those ladies in the kitchen were over there and they cooked. They left late that night. We all sat down and ate a little bit after the last game, and I tell you what, they treat you as well there as anywhere.
Oh, they really do. 52-28, final half minute of this one. Our congratulations to the Leslie County Eagles and the Buckhorn Wildcat girls teams for, as Harold said, just being able to persevere throughout this year of what has got to go down as one of the truly years that you'll never forget. 8 seconds to go.
But a lot of people would like to.
Yes. Yours truly combined, included. 52-28 and final 8 seconds, and lob it in backcourt. And a long three, no good. Rebound comes down and the horn sound. And the final score is Leslie County 52, Buckhorn 28. The Leslie County Eagles will join Knott County Central and Wolfe County as representatives in the 14th Region Girls Tournament, whenever that may be played. Harold, it was a strange beginning to the ending of a strange year.
Absolutely. Leslie County, they're going to move on. Courtney Hoskins, 18 points for Leslie County. But I think the story, free throw shooting for Leslie County, they got by today, but they're not going to get by many, 9 of 30 from the free throw line.
Boy, you're exactly right, and I'm sure when Larry Sparks sees that, he will not be a happy camper. But he's moving on. And we're going to clear the gym now, and we're going to get a player of the game. What do you think, our Alice Lloyd College player of the game, Harold Bashir?
I think only player in double figures today, Courtney Hoskins from Leslie County.
So Courtney Hoskins of Leslie County, our Alice Lloyd College player of the game in the first game of the district. They'll clear the gym, and we'll get right back at you here in about an hour or so. Until then, have yourself a good afternoon. For Harold Bashir, I'm Harold Mullins. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here in an hour.
Thinking about replacing that old roof? Or maybe you just want a new garage, a shop, a warehouse, or just need some more storage. Well, maybe it's time to give the guys at BMC Construction a call. They're a Letcher County-based local business with years of combined experience and references. All their buildings are constructed out of #1 grade warranty materials and available in many different shapes and sizes. Give them a call at 606